you guys a little bit about how to stay motivated while working out, while being obese. So, a lot of people might not have this problem, but there are so many people that do. When you're extremely overweight trying to work out, it can be so hard. Like, I'm still really overweight for my height. I'm only 5 feet, and right now I weigh like 203, I think. I've been on a weight loss journey and losing weight and stuff like that. If you don't know, check out my other videos and you'll see what I'm talking about. But I used to weigh like 240. My highest weight ever was 260. Yeah, it was 260. And then my highest weight when I started YouTube was 230, and then right now it's 203. So I have lost a lot of weight so far, but of course I'm still like considered obese for my height and everything. And it is really hard trying to work out while you are really overweight, because it's just a lot of different factors. For one, your knees, your legs, your back, when you're doing jumping jacks, things bouncing around and stuff is just not, it doesn't come as pretty or as easily as you would think, or it doesn't come as easily as you would think. Like, oh, just do chin jumping jacks, that's it. Like, physically you want to do it, mentally you can do it, but there's just things that are holding you back and stuff. And I know that can be hard. Also, it can just be hard because when you work out, you know, like being really overweight, working out, you won't see results the next day, or you won't see results in a week. You're not going to see your abs coming in. You're not going to see some cuts in your arm, or, you know, collarbones or anything like that right away. You're going to have to really be motivated and stick to working out in order to see any difference. And that sucks because, for instance, if you only have, just say, like 5 to 10 pounds to lose, or even like, you know, I don't know, 15 pounds to lose, you working out, you can probably go inside and just see a little bit of a difference, or wake up the next morning like, oh, my stomach looks a lot flatter or something. But being really overweight, you don't see that right away. The results won't come in that easy. So it's just kind of like a mental thing. Like, I'm doing all this work and you're sweating and you're like really sore the next day. You really can't see a difference until you lose like your first maybe 20 pounds, 25 pounds. Then you start to notice like, oh, my face is looking a little bit smaller, or my arms are looking a little bit smaller, and that motivates you to keep going. So I'm just going to be telling you a little bit of the tips that I use to work out and what really motivates me and keeps me going, since I have so much weight to lose, you know. So the first thing that keeps me going is just while I'm working out, I'm just thinking about, like, right now you're burning fat, right now you're losing weight, right now you're making like a healthy choice to work out, and this is good for your body. And it might hurt a little bit, but it should never hurt to the point where like you like you can't do it, like your knees or your back or anything, because you might be doing something wrong if that's the case. But when I say push yourself, I don't mean push yourself to you're like literally crying because you're like in pain. I mean like mentally push yourself to go harder, like do one more rep, or run for 5 more minutes, or walk for 5 more minutes. Just never stop is basically what I'm trying to say. Before I even go work out, I look up people who motivate me on YouTube, because I'll put some right here. But I look up people who motivate me on YouTube, because that just gives you like a whole new attitude, a whole new look on things when you're looking at people who've maybe lost a lot of weight, or maybe have like something, like maybe you aspire to have that body type, or, you know, you aspire to be able to work out like that person, or they just motivate you in any type of way. That's the first thing I do. If I ain't looking up people who motivate me, then I'm looking up videos that motivate me, like motivational speakers and stuff like that. Also, it helps to write down goals just randomly. Like, if you have a goal to say you want to travel somewhere and you want to look a certain way by the time it's time to travel, or you want to buy a certain size clothes by the time it's time to go on that vacation or something, write down those goals and just read them randomly. If you ever need motivation, that helps a lot. Something else that helps me is, like, I never fully, or at least now, I don't really want to, like, I'm like, oh yes, I gotta work out. It's more so of a, oh, I gotta work out. But then while I'm doing it, I just like get this whole new attitude of like, yeah, like, keep going, you're doing it, you're sweating, you feel good, you can do it. And so I just continue to do it. Also, having good music helps you, because if you don't have good music, then like it just throws you off. I don't, me having good music really helps me and motivates me, because I'm just like in the moment, listen to music, don't really care. And think about it this way: you can sit there and watch Netflix for like an hour and a half and not even lift a finger, right? So why not just put some Netflix on while you're doing your cardio, or on the treadmill or elliptical or something like that? Or you can download some audiobooks and listen to them while you're going for a walk or a run. Just, there's ways to incorporate it without it feeling so dreadful or like exercise. You can do it that way. I will be uploading some workout videos. I wasn't going to, because like when I look back at them, I'm just like, oh my gosh, it's kind of embarrassing, to be honest. But then it's like embarrassing, to be honest, but then again, it's like when I look on YouTube, of course I see all these people who are already in shape working out, and I see how hard they push themselves, and it just kind of seems impossible when you're my size or bigger to ever do those moves. Like, you're like, how can I do box jumps? Like, I'm never even gonna lift myself 1 centimeter off the ground. Like, it's just not possible. It doesn't seem possible. I don't do box jumps, so you won't be seeing that. But like, I will upload me doing the workouts that I do. Just do whatever you can for your ability or for your size, you know, like, but don't cut yourself short. Do not sell yourself short, because if you can do, let's just say 10 jumping jacks, why can't you do 15? You know, just add 5 more. If you can run for a minute straight, why not run for 1 minute and 30? That's kind of the way I look at it, and I do that week by week. Like, I started off running only 30 seconds back and forth, and then I was like, okay, I can do this. I did it for a week, added another 30 seconds, did it for another week. Now all I do is like 2 minutes, and that's kind of like where I'm standing still at. So I'll definitely push myself to do it more. But the point of that is just push yourself for a week, and then add on a little bit more, something a little bit harder, or maybe add on something for a little bit, like add more reps or add more time that you're running or on the elliptical or something like that. And that will motivate you, because you can little mini goals every single week, so it doesn't seem like something you're just doing over and over and over and over, and it doesn't get boring, because you're always going to push yourself to go just a little bit further and a little bit harder. So yeah, basically the moral of it is write down your goals, so that way you know what you have in mind. You need to have tunnel vision. Just write down your goals and do everything you can to get to those goals. And also, don't just have goals for like a number on the scale, or have goals for like, I don't know, random things. Have goals for like, oh, I want my arms to be this way, or my legs to be that way, or my stomach to be this way. It's not always going to end up the way you want it to be, especially if you're really overweight. But you know, just have a vision in your mind, and do anything you can to get there. Know that obviously you're not going to sculpt your body just by cardio, so you are going to have to add in weights if that's not something that you're used to. Get used to researching weight training videos, and find somebody that really motivates you, and just kind of do what they do. Make sure you're doing it right, and yeah, just incorporate that into your journey. Because I watch a lot of videos about like people who used to be obese, and how they feel, or what they wish they could change now that they're at their goal weight. And almost every single one of them says that they wish that they would have added weights in way earlier. So weights is definitely something that you should add into your weight loss journey. But I do want to say that I do think that you should take at least one rest day a week, because that's just kind of gonna refuel you and recharge your battery in order to work out for the rest of the week, or the next half of the week, whenever you take your rest day. But definitely schedule in a rest day, and you'll notice that on your rest days, when you start to really do it consistently on your rest days, you'll like fight yourself to want to work out. Which, if you want to work out, go ahead, but I'm just saying, schedule in some kind of rest time, and eventually you won't even want rest days. You will become so addicted to the feeling of working out, which is kind of where I'm at right now. Like, some days I don't want to do it, some days I do, but for the most part, if I don't do it, I feel like really antsy, like I'm missing something, or I need to do it. So that's always just, I don't know, something that's different about me, that it wasn't like that in the beginning. If I had like 3 rest days in a row, rest days, they were really me quitting for 3 days, but if I had like 3 rest days in a row, it wouldn't even faze me. I would be like whatever about it. But nowadays it's like I can't have 3 rest days in a row. I could only have 1, and even on that 1 rest day, I'm still like, maybe I should do something little. So basically, this was more of like a rant kind of, or just a conversation on how I keep motivated, and the things that go through my mind are my goals, obviously, of how I want to look, where I want to be. Definitely, it's all the time that I wasted not doing anything, like all the time that you wasted just sitting there eating chips, or knowing that you should work out but not caring. Basically, all the time that you neglected your body, think about that while you're doing your hour of workout, or 2 hours of workout, or 30 minutes of workout. Think about all the time that you had to rest in the past. That'll push you a lot, or pushes me a lot, to want to go harder, because I've had enough rest. Like, I don't need to rest. Now's not the time to rest. I rest the whole time before, so I don't need any rest now. And just know that if you do fall off, it's not the end of the world. One day does add up to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5. Like, it will add up if you have that many days in a row. But if you fall off one day, it's no big deal. Something that I'm working on now is working out even if I have like a cheat meal or something. That used to be something that I would never do, because I just felt like it was pointless. Like, I already cheated, why am I going to work out? But I do want workout to become a habit that I do all the time. So I have to push myself to work out even on my cheat days, which my mindset is so much worse during my workouts when I have a cheat day, because I'm just like, oh, I shouldn't have ate that, or I shouldn't have did this, or I shouldn't have did that. But you just got to kind of focus on the good that you're doing at the moment, or maybe you're planning your cheat meal at the end of the day, and you working out might put it in a little bit more perspective. You know, maybe you're planning like a big old piece of chocolate cake and pizza, and after you work out, you're like, maybe I'll just have a pizza, or maybe I'll have something healthy and a piece of chocolate cake. Like, you know, so it's just gonna be like those little changes that you make that will really add up. And work out outside as much as you can. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but something about working out in the hot sun, you know, safely, because you can faint and you can get overheated. But working out in the hot sun, something about it, just, I just love it. It just gives me so much more energy, and so it pushes me so much more. I don't know. Also, Gatorade, oh my gosh, I hated Gatorade before. Like, I did not like the taste of Gatorade, but now I drink Power Zero Powerade, I don't know what it's called. I drink that while I'm working out, and definitely notice a difference. Maybe it's just like in my head, like, I don't know, but for me it makes a difference. So that's something that I like. And like I said, if you can have a workout partner, that will really help too. Maybe if some of you guys live around friends or family, you can kind of set up a routine that works for both of you, and have similar goals in mind, whether it's to lose 5 pounds, or just have goals like, we're gonna work out every day this week, or 5 days a week, or 6 days a week, and that'll really push you also. And then just think about yourself as being an example for yourself, if that makes sense. Like, for me, I'm gonna lose this weight, and I'm gonna work out all the time, and I'm gonna enjoy my workouts, and I'm gonna get through my workouts so that I can show myself that I can do it. And it, like, day by day, it gets easier. I didn't know I could work out for 2.5 hours, but I did. And then I did the next day, and then I did the next day, and it just continued already for 2 weeks now. So if there's a day where I can't work out for 2 hours, I won't, but then I'll do it again the next day, because I know that I've done it in the past. So basically, just set the bar high for yourself, do whatever you can to reach those goals, and keep pushing, and do it again and again and again. And you might not see a difference the first day, or the second day, or even the first or second week, but eventually you will see a difference, and that will motivate you to keep going. You're doing good for your body, you're doing good for yourself, and there's no way working out can harm your body. Well, if you do it wrong, but you know what I mean. There's no way that like working out could make you gain weight or make you feel bad about yourself. Like, who's gonna work out for an hour, 30 minutes or something, and then feel like, oh, I wish I wouldn't have did that workout? Nobody says that. So while you're working out, just keep going. Take it, don't look at it as like, oh, just 30 more minutes to go, or just an hour more to go, because that will definitely make you stop way ahead of your full potential. So I would look at it as, you just make it to the next second, make it to the next minute, make it through the song, make it through the show, you know what I mean? That's basically everything that I have to say. I just felt like making this video because it's easy. It's hard for everybody to work out. I'm not saying like it's easy for people who don't have a lot of weight to lose to work out, because nobody, well, people do, but not everybody likes to work out or wants to work out. But for people who are really overweight, it just seems like like that mountain is that much higher to climb, or it just feels like your goal is that much further away. But the more you think about it, the more you do it, the next day, the next day, the next day, the closer and closer you'll be to your goal. And then you can be on here telling people that you actually did it, and giving people who used to be where you were encouragement, and letting them know that it's doable if you really put your mind to it, your heart to it, your soul to it, and just do it. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys in my next video, and don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already.